أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. This is a topic on the Hijra of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahaba radiyallahu ta'ala anhum, from Makkah Sharif to Medina Sharif. The hardship, the troubles Rasulullah and Sahaba went through staying in Makkah. Eventually Allah opened up the way of Medina Sharif. The people of Medina Sharif embraced Islam and then invited Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to come to them in Medina Sharif. So Rasulullah gave permission to the Sahaba that whoever can make Hijra from Makkah Sharif to Medina Sharif, they will go. So slowly Sahaba started to migrate from Makkah Sharif to Medina Sharif. The people of Makkah did not like this, and when they would find out someone is trying to go out to Makkah Sharif, they would chase him, they would go behind him, they would try to catch him. So most of the Sahaba, they had to migrate and they had to leave Makkah Sharif in a hidden way, in a secret way, except for Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He was the only one, that Ali radiyallahu says, who migrated openly. Hazrat Ali karramullah wajhu फरमाते हैं, बस किसी की भी हिम्मत न हुई कि उनके पीछे पीछे जाए. Umar radiyallahu intended to migrate. He came to the Masjid al-Haram. The people of Quraysh were sitting there, and he challenged them and informed them that I am migrating to Medina Sharif. If somebody wants to confront me, then come out of Makkah Sharif and he can come. If somebody wants to make his children orphan and the wife widow, then he may confront me. But nobody dared to go behind him. And Umar radiyallahu ta'ala safely migrated from Makkah Sharif to Medina Sharif. उसके बाद हज़रत उमर रज़ियल्लाहु ताला सीधे रवाना हो गए. So nobody dared to go behind him, and he set off from Makkah Sharif to Medina Sharif, and he migrated safely to Medina Sharif. जब कुरैश ने सहाबा का हिजरत करना देखा और समझे कि हमारे सिवा उनको दूसरे रफ़ाक़ा मिल गए, तो दारुल नदवा में जमा हुए. This made the people of Quraysh concerned and worried, and the people are going out of Makkah Sharif. Makkah is being deserted, and they have found a center for themselves in Medina Sharif. So sooner or later, the power will increase, and they will attack us. So they became concerned. They started to make mashwara how to stop Sahaba from migrating from Makkah Sharif to Medina Sharif and keep them under their control. So the leaders, they gathered in the place of mashwara, Darul Nadwa. So the leaders, they gathered there to make mashwara what to do about this situation and how to stop Sahaba leaving Makkah Sharif and Makkah Sharif becoming deserted. मगर वो जिनकी उम्र 40 साल हो चुकी थी, सिवाय अबू जहल के, कि उसकी दाढ़ी भी पूरी न निकली थी. So it was a condition that only people of over the age of 40 would join in the mashwara in the Darul. It was like a parliament. So only people of age over 40, they would join in the mashwara in the Darul Nadwa. So all the people of over the age of 50 gathered, and those who were under the age of 40, they were not allowed to come inside. But Abu Jahl, he was counted a very clever person, very intelligent person. So even though he was less than 40 years of age, he was allowed to join in the mashwara. Magar Sharik ke mashwara hua. He was allowed to join the mashwara because he was thought to be very ill. Before Islam, his name was Abu al-Hakam. He was so famous for his judgments that when there would be a dispute between people, they would bring it to him and he would settle the dispute and everybody would become pleased. And they would accept his judgment. So because of that, he was given the name of Abu al-Hakam. But when Islam came, Rasulullah invited towards Islam and he refused and he became enemy of Islam. Rasulullah gave name of Abu Jahl, a person with jihalat, ignorance, and that name stuck with him and he's only known with that name now. Nobody knows his other name, Abu al-Hakam. It was wiped out. He's called Abu Jahl, person with ignorance, person with jihalat, person without knowledge. Nevertheless, he was counted a very clever, very intelligent person. So even though he was not 40 years of age, he was allowed to join in the mashwara. और उनमें कोई अहलुल राय या साहिब अकल ऐसा न रहा जो मजलिस में न आया हो. So all the people of Makkah were counted to be intelligent people, clever people, knowing the matters of running the city. All of them gathered together in this important mashwara. इब्लीस भी एक बाशिंदा नजर बूढ़े की शक्ल में मौजूद हुआ. Iblis, Shaitan, when he came to learn that they're making mashwara against Rasulullah, a Muslim, so he also came in a form of one of the leaders of Najd to join in the mashwara. He came in a human form and he took a form of one of the leaders of Arabia. And he came and he joined in the mashwara also. Ahle Majlis ne pucha ke bade miyan kaun ho? So the people did not recognize him. They asked him, who are you? उसने जवाब दिया, नजद का हूँ. जिस मशवरे के लिए तुम बैठे हो मुझे भी पता चला. He said, I'm from Najd, one of the places of Arabia. He said, I'm from Najd, and it came to my knowledge that you are gathered for a very important mashwara, so I also came that I might give you some help in this mashwara. लिहाजा चला आया कि शायद कोई राय और खैर ख्वाही की बात कह सकूं. So I have come that I may be able to help you and give you some good mashwara. So because of that I have come. He came in a form of human. People did not recognize him. He's Shaitan and he's Iblis. So he was so much eager how to break down Muslims, how to break down Islam. So he joined in the mashwara of the kuffar. उन्होंने कहा आइए अंदर आइए. So people welcomed him. They said come inside. First वो दाखिल हुआ. He entered into the house. उसके बाद मशवरा शुरू हुआ. And then the mashwara started. एक शख्स ने कहा, so we started, what should we do to stop this situation? The Muslims migrating from Makkah Sharif and gathering in Medina Sharif. What way shall we adopt to stop this? एक शख्स ने कहा कि इस शख्स यानी नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का किस्सा जो कुछ भी है तुम्हारी निगाह के सामने है. So one of them started, he said, you know the situation, and you know the situation of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because of him, all this has occurred. हमको वल्लाह इत्मीनान नहीं है कि दूसरे लोग जो उनके मुत्तबे हो गए हैं ये उनको लेकर दफतन हम पर हमला न करे. He said those people accepted Islam, they joined with him, so we are not sure, we are not at comfort that the people with him, they might join together and they might attack us in Makkah Sharif. लिहाजा उनके मुतालिक इत्तिफाक एक राय कायम कर लो. So we need to join together and make one decision, all of us accept that decision, how to tackle this problem and how to solve this problem. अबुल बख्तरी बोला कि लोहे में उनको कैद कर लेना और उन पर दरवाजे बंद कर देना चाहिए कि बाहर न निकल सकें. So one of them said, chain him in chains and put him in one room so he cannot come outside, no, he cannot speak with anyone, and he cannot influence anyone, and he cannot join with anyone. So chain him up and put him in one room and get him cut off from all of his companions. फिर उनसे पहले उन जैसे शायरों का जो अंजाम हुआ उनके लिए भी उसके मुंतज़िर रहो कि इंतकाल कर जावें. So they used to, and somebody was a very mischievous person and he caused a lot of problem, they would chain him up, put him in a room and leave him there till he died. So he gave this mashwara that chain him up, lock him up in a room, and in a few days' time he will pass away, he will die away, and this problem will be solved. So the shaitan, who was in the form of one of the leaders, he spoke up. नज़दी शैतान ने कहा, वल्लाह अगर तुमने उनको कैद किया तो अगर ये न निकल सकें मगर उनका किस्सा दरवाजे के बाहर उनके साथियों तक पहुँचेगा. So he said, this is not a good opinion, this is not a good view, because if you chain him and put him in a room, if he can't get out himself, but his companions in Medina Sharif, they will come and they will attack you and they will free you from your hands. So you'll have to fight a battle with the people in Medina Sharif and you will be starting a war. So it's not a good opinion to chain him and lock him in a room, because his companions in Medina Sharif, they will not accept it. They will come to Makkah Sharif with the army and they will attack you and take him away from you. और उनके तुम्हारे हाथों से निकाल ले जाएंगे, and they will take you away from your hands. So you'll have to wage a battle and it will create a bigger problem. अबुल अस्वद ने कहा, अच्छा उनको अपने दरमियान से निकाल देना चाहिए कि जहाँ कहीं जाए हम पर हमें परवाह नहीं. Another person said, exile him from Makkah Sharif, take him out of Makkah Sharif and he can go wherever he wants to go. So our problem will be solved. He will not be in Makkah Sharif, his people will not be in Makkah Sharif, so we will be at peace and we will be at comfort from his problem. शैतान ने कहा, क्या उनकी खूबी कलाम और हलावत गुफ्तगू और लोगों के दिलों पर उनके गलबे को तुम देखते नहीं हो? शैतान said, do you not know his attractive ways, his attractive speech? Wherever he will go, he will attract people towards him and he will gather people with him, and then you will have the same problem, they will attack you. वल्लाह अगर तुमने ऐसा किया तो ये अपनी फसाहत की बदौलत अरब के कबीले पर गलबा कर लेंगे, हत्ता कि वो उसके ताबे हो जाएंगे. So if you will take him out to Makkah Sharif, wherever he will go, he will join the people with him, people will join with him, they will make their own army and they will come and attack you in Makkah Sharif. So it's not a good proposal to throw him out of Makkah Sharif, take him out of Makkah Sharif, because that is asking trouble for your own self. Abu Jahl ne kaha, so one by one, people started to give their views and opinions, and Shaitan, he rejected one by one, giving reasons for them. Eventually, Abu Jahl, who was the youngest, he spoke up. Abu Jahl ne kaha कि मेरी राय है कि हर कबीले से एक मजबूत नौजवान ले लो, फिर उसको तलवार दे दो कि मोहम्मद का रुख करें सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, और सब मिलकर एक शख्स की इज्जत के मिसल ज़र्ब करें. So he said, my opinion is, from all the families of Quraysh was a clan, and in that clan there were different families. So he said, from every family, pick one strong person, young strong person, and give each of them one sword, and he surround the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When he comes out of his house, all of us attack him all at once. So in that way, the killing will be distributed on all the families. And the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they cannot fight all the families of the Quraysh. So we'll give him his the diyat money, and that will solve our problem. So all of us attack him all together. When he comes out of his house, we can kill him, and then we'll only have to pay one person's diyat of 100 camels, and easily we can do that. He gave this mashwara. और कत्ल कर डालें, बस उनसे मकतूल हो जाने के सब राहत मिल जाएगी. So in this way, he will be no more. So when he is not there, his company will scatter away, and our problem will be solved. People joining with him and gathering against us, we will get freedom from that. और उनके खून का इर्तिकाब सारे कबीलों के ऊपर पड़ेगा. And it was the Arab way, if somebody kills someone, and the killing person or his family, they had to give 100 camels to the killed person's family. So according to that rule, you will have to give 100 camels, so that's not a lot. You will give 100 camels to the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's blood money, and in that way our problem will be solved. बस बनु अब्दे मनाफ अपनी सारी कौम से लड़ने की अपने अंदर ताकत न पाएंगे. So the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they will not be able to fight with all the people of the Quraysh, because there are so many different families. So they will be content on taking the blood money. तो दियत लेने पर मजबूरन राजी हो जाएंगे, और चंदा करके उनकी दियत हम उनको दे देंगे. And we will make a collection of the diyat blood money, which is 100 camels, and we will give it to the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. शैतान ने कहा, बस बात तो ये है जो इन्होंने कही. Shaitan approved of this proposal and opinion. He said this is the right view, right opinion, because he wanted now the Bilal Rasulullah to be killed. And in other views, there was no mention of killing Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so his purpose would not be achieved. So in this opinion of Abu Jahl, when he mentioned killing Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he became pleased that that's what he wanted, the killing of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the deen would stop, Hidayat would stop, and his work of misleading people will become easy, and there will be no Hidayat left on the world. So he approved of this view, he approved of this proposal. मेरी राय भी इसके सिवा कुछ नहीं. He said, my opinion is also same to what this young person has given the view. So he approved of it, and people accepted it. चुनांचे आपके कत्ल पर सबने इत्तिफाक किया. So everybody approved of this proposal, and they accepted that we will adopt this strategy and this plan. सब इधर उधर चल दिए, and they got off from the Majlis, deciding on this proposal of Abu Jahl. उसके बाद जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलाम रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम पास आए. So this was made under the closed doors. People did not know outside. Allah informed Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam through Jibreel alayhi salam concerning the plan they made. Allah mentioned in the Quran Sharif, وَإِذْ يَمْكُرُ بِكَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لِيُثْبِتُوكَ أَوْ يَقْتُلُوكَ أَوْ يُخْرِجُوكَ وَيَمْكُرُونَ وَيَمْكُرُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. उसके बाद जिब्राइल अलैहि सलाम रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम पास आए. So after that, Jibreel अलैहि सलाम came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and फरमाया and informed Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is what the Quraysh had planned and plotted against you. And he told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam what to do. कि जिस बिस्तर पर आप सोया करते हैं, आज उस पर रात न गुजारें. So he said to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that usually on the bedding you sleep, tonight don't sleep on that bedding. because they will surround your house. They will wait for you to come out of your house. So don't sleep on your bedding. पर जब रात हुई तो दुश्मन आपके दरवाजे पर इस ताक में आ जमा हुए कि सो जाएं तो अचानक जा पड़े. So night time, the enemies, as they had planned, they came with their swords and they surrounded the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they waited for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to go to sleep. That when he goes to sleep, we will attack him all together and finish him off. और वो 100 आदमी थे, there were 100 people. सब बस हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने हज़रत अली रज़ी अल्लाह तआला को हुक्म दिया, वो आपकी जगह सो गए और हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु की चादर ओढ़ ली. So Rasulullah called Ali radiallahu, informed him and assured him that tonight this is what we'll have to do. You sleep in my bed and you cover yourself in my shawl, so these people will think that I'm sleeping in my bed and I won't be in the house. I will go away from the house to Abu Bakr radiallahu house. हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम से फरमाया था कि तुम कोई बात हरगिज़ ऐसी ना तुम तक कोई बात हरगिज़ ऐसी नहीं पहुँचेगी जो तुमको नागवार. Rasulullah assured him that no harm will come to you, so don't worry about your life. Nothing will happen to you, inshallah ta'ala. हज़रत अली रज़ियल्लाहु ताला पहले शख्स हैं जिन्होंने अल्लाह की रज़ा में अपना नफ्स को फ़रोग़ किया. So he was prepared that even the people who would attack him, he was ready and prepared for that. Rasulullah assured him that no harm will come to you. Al-Gharaz, अबू जहल कहने लगा कि देखो जी, मोहम्मद का गुमान ये है कि तुम उनके काम पर उनके ताबे हो जाओ तो अरब और अजम के बादशाह हो जाओगे. So Abu Jahl, he started to mock Rasulullah sallallahu in front of his people. He said that Muhammad is saying to you, meaning the Quraysh, that if you will follow me, if you will accept my message, then you will become leaders of the people of Arabia and non-Arabia. And now his life is at stake. How will you give us the kingship over the whole world? फिर मरने के बाद दोबारा जिंदा किए जाओगे. And he started to mock the talim of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he's saying that once you die, you will be resurrected, you will back to life, because they did not believe in these things. और दिन के बागात के इस तरह तुमको बागात दिए जाएंगे और उर्दू के बागात की, यानी he started to mock the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that this person is saying will be brought back to life, and if you follow him, if you accept his message, you will be given the paradise, you will be given the Jannah, as in place of Syria and Jordan. और अगर तुमने न किया तो ज़बा हो जाओगे, and if you don't accept the message of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then you will be killed, you will be slaughtered. फिर मरने के बाद दोबारा जिंदा किए जाओगे और तुम्हारे लिए आग तकबीर होगी, and you will be brought back to life and you will be put into Jahannam. इसमें तुम जलोगे. So he mocked the talim, he mocked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mocked the talim of Rasulullah in front of his people. बस जनाब रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु ये सुना और उनके सामने दरवाजे से निकले. So Rasulullah sallallahu was in his house. People came, they surrounded the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu came out of his house from the door, but Allah put a curtain on their eyes. They could not see Rasulullah sallallahu coming out. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ سَدًّا وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ سَدًّا فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. मगर अल्लाह ताला ने उनकी आँखों पर पर्दा डाल दिया. Allah Ta'ala put a curtain on their eyes they could not see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam coming out of the house. किसी ने भी आपको न देखा. No one saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam coming out of the house. In fact, he was coming in front of their own eyes. बस आपने उन सबके सरों पर खाक डाली जो आपके हाथ में थी. Rasulullah had some soil in his hands. He threw the soil towards them. He reached into their eyes, and they could not see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Stayed the whole night, and Rasulullah sallallahu passed in front of them, in front of their own eyes. बस अब यासीन शरीफ का तिलावत फरमाते हुए वहाँ से रवाना हो गए. So if somebody is in a danger from someone, inshallah he'll recite Yasin Sharif. Inshallah he'll be safe, guarded. और वो लोग हज़रत अली रज़ी अल्लाह तआला को नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम गुमान किए हुए दरवाजे पर खड़े पहरा देते रहे. So from the window they were watching Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He was sleeping on the bed of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So they were watching from outside. And they thought it is Rasulullah in the bedding. They were waiting to gather together. They waited for the whole night. आखिर जब सुबह हुई तो बिस्तर से हज़रत अली रदियल्लाहु ताला उठे. So when it was morning time, Ali radiallahu ta'ala came out of the bed. तब उन्होंने आपसे पूछा कि तुम्हारे साथी कहाँ हैं? And they were embarrassed and they were surprised that we are guarding the house all night and how come he's not there? So they asked Ali radiallahu ta'ala, where is your companion? तो आपने फरमाया मुझे पता नहीं. He said I do not know, because he was not informed where Rasulullah was going. So he said I do not know. So in this way Allah Ta'ala said, he mentioned this وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ. They made their plans, plots. Allah Ta'ala made his plans and plots. Allahu khairul makideen. Allah is the best of the plotters, best of the planners. So in this way Allah Ta'ala took Rasulullah safely out of the house. He went to Hazrat Abu Bakr's house. इमाम बुखारी ने हज़रत आयशा रज़ी अल्लाह से रिवायत की है. वो फरमाती है कि एक दिन एन दोपहर के वक्त हम अबू बकर के घर में थे. हज़रत आयशा narrates that once we were in the house of Abu Bakr रज़ी अल्लाह ताला, and it was an afternoon time. कि एक कहने वाले ने अबू बकर से कहा कि ये तो रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम निकाह पोस ऐसे वक्त तशरीफ़ ला रहे हैं कि ऐसे वक्त कभी भी तशरीफ़ नहीं लाए. So somebody in the house, they saw from the window Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam coming. So he said to Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu that it's Rasulullah sallallahu coming at such a time that he has never come at this time, meaning the afternoon time. It's a very hot time in Arabia. People stay in their home, they don't go out of the house unless for some emergency. So meaning some emergency has occurred. Because of that, at such a time, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has come out. So there's something very important has occurred. Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu कहा, उन पर मेरी जान कुर्बान, उन पर मेरे माँ बाप कुर्बान. वल्लाह ऐसे वक्त में आपको लाने वाला कोई खास ही बात अमर है. So Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu said, may my parents be sacrificed upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Surely some very, very important matter has occurred. Because of that, Rasulullah sallallahu is coming at this time. Hazrat Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala कहती हैं कि इतने में Rasulullah sallallahu तशरीफ ले आए. So while they were talking in the house, Rasulullah came to the door. और घर में आने की इजाज़त चाहिए. And he asked permission to enter into the house. चुनांची इजाज़त के बाद आप अंदर आए. So he was given permission. He came in the house of Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. और हज़रत अबू बकर रदियल्लाहु को फरमाया कि पास वालों को बाहर कर दो कि तन्हाई में कुछ कहना है. Rasulullah said, those people around you, tell them to go out of the room, out of the house. I want to speak with you in private. Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala ने कहा कोई गैर नहीं है या रसूलल्लाह. Abu Bakr said that there is no strange person in the house, they are all family members. आप और मेरे माँ बाप सदके ये सब तो आपके घर ही के हैं. all family members, there is no strange person, so there is no fear that what you will say, it will spread outside, because all the people are family members, it will stay in the house. आपने फरमाया मुझे हिजरत की इजाज़त हो गई, and Rasulullah said, I will give permission to migrate from migrate. अबू बकर ने रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हु अर्ज़ किया कि या रसूलल्लाह, मेरे बाप आप पर कुर्बान, खादिम भी साथ होगा. So Abu Bakr said, my parents will go sacrifice upon you. Am I allowed to accompany you? Shall I be able to come with you? आपने फरमाया कि हाँ, Rasulullah said, yes, you will accompany me, you will migrate with me also. अबू बकर ने कहा, तो मेरे माँ बाप आप पर सदके मेरी 2 ऊँटनियाँ में से एक ले लीजिए. Hazrat Abu Bakr has come to know that sooner or later Rasulullah will be given permission to migrate, so he has started to prepare for beforehand. He had prepared 2 camels to travel when the time comes, so it's everything ready prepared. They don't have to prepare at that time. So he had already prepared 2 camels, so he said, out of the 2, choose any one of them, one for yourself, one for myself, and we will travel on these camels. Huzur sallallahu फरमाया बेहतर है. Rasulullah accepted मगर कीमत के साथ. He said, not free, I will pay the price of the camel which you are giving to me. हज़रत आयशा रज़ी अल्लाह तआला कहती हैं, बस दोनों के लिए हमने जल्द सामान सफ़र बांधा. So the Aisha said, when this news came to us that Rasulullah and Abu Bakr are migrating, so quickly we started to prepare what was needed in the journey, what we could, food, clothes, etc. और चिरमी थैली में ज़ादे राह तैयार किया, and in a leather bag we put the food items into the bag. बस अस्मा बिन्त अबू बकर रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हा अपनी ओढ़नी में से एक धज्जी काटी जिससे थैली का मुंह बांधा, और इसी वजह से उनका नाम ज़ातुन निताब हुआ. There was a need for one string to tie the bag, and there was no string in the house. So that Asma radiallahu ta'ala, according to this narration, she tore up her dupatta only and made a string out of it, and they tied the bag with that string. And because of that, she was nicknamed Zatun Nitaqain. That Aisha radiallahu ta'ala फरमाती हैं कि उसके बाद रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम और अबू बकर रदियल्लाहु जबल सौर के गार में जा पहुँचे. So from there, Rasulullah said, night time Rasulullah came to the house of Abu Bakr radiallahu. So this was daytime matter. Rasulullah said, informed Abu Bakr radiallahu of the plan of migrating, and then night time Rasulullah said, came to Abu Bakr's house, and both of them from the back window, they went out and they went to the Gare Saul, where they stayed for 3 days, 3 nights. And they had given the camel to one person to keep and informed him that after 3 days had come to such and certain place, he will travel from there. 3 रात वहाँ मख्फी रहे. They stayed, they took refuge in that cave, and for 3 nights and 3 days. कि अबू बकर रज़ी अल्लाह का गुलाम जो नौजवान था और खुशफहम था, अबू बकर गुलाम, his slave, and he was a clever, understanding person. रात तो उनके साथ गुजारता और अंधेरे मुंह में शहर के वक्त उनके पास से चल देता. So he would pass the night with them in the cave, and daytime, early morning time, he would move from there so nobody would notice that what he was doing in night time in the mountains. सुबह मक्का पहुंचकर कुरैश के साथ होती. So morning time, सुबह Sadiq, he would set off from there and come to Makkah Sharif. It was 3 miles away, not very far away. So he would come to Makkah Sharif so nobody would notice that way about his whereabouts. गोया के रात मक्का ही में गुजारी थी, so people would assume that he was in Makkah Sharif during the night also, so they would not question him regarding Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, where is your master? And during daytime we stay in Makkah Sharif, then night time we go to the cave and inform them of what the Quraysh were doing. पर जो बात भी उन दोनों हजरात के धोखे खाने की सुनता, उसको महफूज करता और उसकी इत्तला जिस वक्त रात की तारीकी छा जाती तो दोनों हजरात को आकर करता. So we stay in Makkah Sharif and listen to their plots and plans, and during night time he would come to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and inform them of their plots and plans. They're plotting this, they're planning this. और हज़रत अबू बकर रज़ियल्लाहु का गुलाम आमिर बिन फुहैरा दोनों हजरात के लिए गल्ले को से बकरी चराता. Another slave of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was grazing the goats of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu near to the cave, so that when he would have a chance, he would milk the goat and pass the milk to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu. जब एक घड़ी रात गुजर जाती तो उसको उन तक ले जाता, पसाब बकरी को धोकर रात गुजारते, दूर पर रात गुजारते. So night time he would take the goats near to the cave, he would milk the goats and then feed the milk to Abu Bakr Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala sufficed on milk during the 3 nights. बस आप बकरी के दूध पर शब गुजारते जो पत्थर के बिछाव से जोश मारता और अंधेरे से उसको हाँक देता. So night time he would stay there, and early morning time he would take the goats away from there so nobody would suspect that what is he doing at this time at this place, and then nobody would come and check the cave. नीज रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम और अबू बकर रज़ियल्लाहु बनी देव यानी कबीले बनु अदी के एक शख्स को रहबरी के लिए उजरत पर ठहरा लिया था. Now in those days there were no signs on the roads to find the way, so there were some people who knew the roads and knew the paths. So Abu Bakr radiallahu fixed one person who was not a Muslim but he was a reliable person and given the camels to that person to keep, and after 3 days come to the cave with the camels and they'll start off the journey after 3 days. So he was a non-believer but he was a reliable person, so he came according to the promise after 3 days. And he was a non-believer, he was on the deen of the Quraysh, but he was a loyal person, he was an honest person. He did not give away, he did not tell the kuffar of Makkah regarding the whereabouts of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala anhu. मगर उन दोनों हजरात को उस पर इत्मीनान था. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam relied upon that person, that is a trustworthy person, even though the Quraysh, they had given a very great inam that whoever gives the whereabouts of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they'll be rewarded 100 camels, so it's a lot of money. उन्होंने दोनों ऊँटनियाँ उसके हवाले कर दी. So before setting off and leaving, Abu Bakr had given his both camels with this person to keep, and it told him to come a certain place after 3 nights. और 3 रात के बाद तीसरी सुबह गाड़े सोर पर ऊँटनियों के समित आ जाने की उसे करारदाद हो गई थी. And Abu Bakr took a promise from him to keep the camels, and after 3 nights come at Ghar Sor and we'll start our journey from there. और आमिर बिन फुहैरा दोनों हजरात के साथ रवाना हुए. So there were 4 people traveling. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Amir bin Fuhayra, the slave of Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and this person who was the guide. So 4 of them set off. सुराका कहता है कि मैं अपनी एक कौमी मजलिस में बैठा हुआ. So now the people of Quraysh, they were embarrassed, their plot failed, they could not attack Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He went out of Makkah Sharif and nobody knew about his whereabouts. So now they started to chase Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they gave out a lot of gift money that if anybody can catch Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, they will be rewarded 100 camels. So people started to set off in search of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Suraka, he was amongst the leaders of the Arabia. Suraka कहता है कि मैं अपनी एक कौमी मजलिस में बैठा हुआ था कि एक शख्स आकर खड़ा हुआ. He said, I was sitting with my people and one person came and he said, और उसने कहा कि सुराका, समंदर के किनारे चंद आदमियों की छवि मुझे नजर आई है. He said, on the side of the sea I have seen some people traveling. मेरा गुमान ये कि मोहम्मद और उनके हमराही थे. And he said, my opinion is that these people are Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions, meaning it's a good chance to catch them and give them to the Quraysh to get the gift money. सुराका ने कहा कि मुझे यकीन हो गया कि वाकई वो वही है. Suraka said, I became assured that what he was telling was true, that he was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his companions. But I turned the story so that nobody would follow him, and I will follow and get the gift money. अगर बात बनाने को मैंने उससे कहा कि नहीं वो नहीं है, तूने फुला फुला को देखा होगा. But he turned the story, he said, no, that is not Rasulullah and his companions. In fact, there are certain people who went in front of our own eyes looking for their camel. उसके बाद मैं ज़रा देर मजलिस में ठहरा. And the Suraka, who was the leader, he waited in the masjid for a while so nobody would suspect him. And then, little later on, he got up from the masjid and started to prepare to chase Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. मैं थोड़ी देर मजलिस में ठहरा और फिर खड़ा हो गया. घर आया और अपनी बांदी को मैंने हुक्म दिया कि मेरा घोड़ा बाहर निकाल कर कीले के पीछे ठहराए. So after a while I came home and I commanded my slave maid to prepare the horse and take it by the hillock, and I will come there and I will ride on the horse and chase Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to get the gift money. मैं अपने नेज़े को लेकर मकान की पीछे से बाहर निकला. I took my dagger and I started to walk. I started to pull my dagger on the ground so my footsteps could not be found out. उसकी बात पर ज़मीन पर खत खींचता हुआ चला था कि कोई देख न ले. So I was walking, bending down so that nobody would see me. And when my steps were making marks on the ground, I used my dagger to cover the footmarks so nobody would know that they are my footmarks. और मेरे इरादे से मुब्तला होकर हुजूर की गिरफ्तारी का इनाम शरीक न हो जावे, so that nobody would follow me, and nobody would join me in the gift money which I would get by capturing Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. आखिर में अपने घोड़े के पास पहुंचा. And eventually I reached my horse. उस पर सवार होकर उसको उड़ा दिया. I mounted on the horse and let the reins loose and allowed it to run fast as it could. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on a camel. The horse is faster than camel, so he reached there. वो मुझको दौड़ा यहाँ तक कि मैं उन साहिबों के पास जा पहुँचा. The horse was riding very fast. I reached near to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. अचानक मेरे घोड़े ने ठोकर खाई. Suddenly my horse it got stuck and I fell from the horse. और मैं उससे गिर गया. फिर मैं खड़ा हुआ और अपनी तरफ उसकी तरफ हाथ झुकाकर फाल देखने लगा. So I got up and I took my quiver and took out one arrow to see what does the arrow say. देखी कि उस साहिबों को पकड़ सकूंगा या नहीं. So I took the arrow out to see what was the arrow say, because that was their custom. They were to do something important act, then they would look at the arrow. So if he said ifal, meaning go forward, go ahead. If he said la tafal, it means they are not given permission, they would not do that act. So he took the arrow out to check, and it said don't do, meaning don't go forward. बस फाल में मेरी ख्वाहिश के खिलाफ निकला. So the arrow came out which was against my wish, meaning it said la tafal, don't chase these people, don't go behind them. But I ignored it. और घोड़े पर सवार होकर तेजी से दौड़ाया. I mounted the horse second time and I started to go near to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. तब मैं रसूलुल्लाह की आवाज़ से तिलावत सुनने लगा. I reached so near to Rasulullah sallallahu. I could hear him reciting Quran Sharif. There's some lesson for us that in such a critical time, Rasulullah is completely assured and completely in trust of Allah Ta'ala, is reciting Quran Sharif. So when a person is in anxiety, rather than becoming worried and frustrated and fearful, he should turn towards Allah Ta'ala. The best way of turning towards Allah Ta'ala is by reciting Quran Sharif. We'll leave it till here, inshallah. But now we can see the state Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba went through for the sake of deen. Alhamdulillah, this deen has reached us. So we are in the place of Rasulullah regarding the deen, of holding the deen. Allah gives value of deen, Allah gives tawfiq to uphold the deen, safeguard the deen, and propagate the deen, so that we also join in the people who sacrifice. We don't sacrifice as they have sacrificed. At least we make our effort. Inshallah, we will also be counted among those people who make effort for deen. Allah to accept it for khidmat of deen and propagating the deen, upholding the deen.
Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.